I see you have a sign that says ban assault weapons. Do you care if I ask you some questions real quick? My name's
Sure.
Zach.
Sure.
I'm part of Agitation
Sure.
Rising. So why is it that you want to see assault weapons banned?
Because they are so incredibly dangerous and so unnecessary. I understand the, if you want a rifle for hunting, if you want a gun for self-protection in your home, or even to carry, I understand that. But assault weapons are so totally unnecessary. I mean, they're made for war, and we are not in a war. I think the only people who should have access to them should be the official armed forces of the government.
Okay, so real quick, what's your name?
Amonte Joyce.
Amonte, okay. So would you be opposed to also making sure that like the police don't have access to that weaponry at the same time?
I think the police have become over-militarized. I don't think that it would be nice to live in a gun-free world, but
We're not saying a gun-free world, but a world where police have also significantly less access to assault
significantly
weapons.
less. Yes, significantly less. I think they need to be better armed than the average citizen, but I think that we have gone overboard with the militarization of the police. So,
and is there anything that because obviously the overwhelming majority of gun deaths are actually suicides. Is there, what kind of policies would you put in place to address those?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of, there's so many systemic societal things that we have to deal with, including, mental health. But I think a good analogy is with drunk driving. I mean, the way to fix drunk driving, yes, if you had mental health and counseling and any kind of medical help to get people to stop over drinking, to stop alcoholism. In the meantime, until we do that, let's get people who are drunk away from cars. I think that's a decent analogy with guns. I think we really need a little better background check system just to make sure that people, because there have been a lot of people who have gotten guns perfectly legally with our current laws, who have gotten it,
including the Uvalde shooter. He bought a gun legally.
Shooter. I read somewhere that don't quote me, but something like 77% of all the guns that have been used over the past 10 years for school shootings have been purchased by, like the Uvalde shooter, by young people and it's 18. I mean, 18 just seems, if you can't drink when you're 18 legally, why should you be able to buy something that could cause far more damage than
Well, of course,
alcohol?
18-year-olds can join the military.
That is
and
true.
then they can...
Yeah.
They have even better weaponry there.
Exactly, and that is true. But I think when you're with the military, there's a little bit more accountability. I just think we should be more sensible. I don't think that banning guns it's just not practical, it's not pragmatic, but we can't sensible laws. In fact, we've had more sensible laws that have been repealed, and that to me is just ridiculous that we actually used to have more stringent assault rifle bans than we do now.
Are you talking about the 1994 one?
Exactly.
Yeah, one thing they actually saw is that there were a lot of copycat weapons that were created by companies that technically fell outside, so it actually really didn't change the distribution of those type of weapons. Yeah. And also those weapons, of all gun crimes, at least assault rifles, are typically like the overwhelming minority. Now, assault pistols are more common.
Right.
But like even like assault,
I think
the type of assault rifles are definitely not a huge majority of the crime.
Right. Assault pistols, I think, also should fall into the similar, much more stringent regulations.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
You're welcome.